Welcome back to Alien Eyes Photos Industry Talk. And this will be my personal journal of my personal journey. And let's dig into my weekly habits. Now, some of the weekly habits will turn into daily habits, but to be at your maximum level, at your maximum capabilities, at your maximum focus. You want to be hyper focused with things you have to do and get done and executed. Like, I do not do anything outside of my calendar, what's on my schedule. If it's not on the calendar, I'm most likely not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I like to pre plan and plan ahead, know what my days and weeks are looking like, even my whole month. And that trickles into the year. Sometimes I'm not going to know what the whole year entails as I leave some gaps and some openings. But I like to know how my week is going to flow, how my days is going to be. Now, I love my sleep. And as a person that loves sleep, I really don't get much sleep, many hours. I average about 4.5, maybe 5 hours a day. But some of those days, it really be 2 hours. So I'm making up with other days with, 6 and 7 hours of rest, of a good night's sleep. But I also work third shift. So, my sleep schedule is kind of everywhere, which I can say is a bad thing. Running the business, have children, also with my nephew. So, nephew, daughters, and in a relationship, director, producer of another podcast outside of my own, the Pull Up Experience, vice presidents of Launch Arts Media, the main photographer of the event photography brand, Alien Eyez Photos Media. And this is Alien Eyez Photos Industry Talk, by the way, if you may not know. So doing all these things, giving my attention and focus and energy to all these things and showing up. I mean, constantly showing up and never giving up. And also other people. Like, I just came back for supporting my brother, De La Mans, as he completed 100 stages in 100 days. In 100 days, he completed performing on 100 different stages or venues. That is amazing. 100 stages, 100 days. Man, salute to De La Mans. It was an incredible performance for his grand finale, the 100th day. 100 days, that is amazing. Consistency, performing, doing what you love, doing what you're good at, passionate about, what you care about, and treating it as a movement. And that movement turns to bigger business. And I already told him we have to talk and discuss some things because I have some things on my sleeves. Also, being a former musician and artist, performing artist, also recording artist, poet, songwriter, book writer, author, all this stuff. I know how we can take this to a whole nother level. And me being big in marketing, I just see so much and know so much. I'm like, yeah, let's strategize, let's game plan, let's go to the drawing table. It will be needed. I know it will, because we're both intellectual creatives. Now, everybody love AI, but intellectual creatives that I see that is amazing. Intellectual creators. Yes. So I want to start with when I wake up each day, I take that time for myself, gather my thoughts. I like to slowly ease into my day. I don't like 100 things early in the day piled up with chaos, me waking up to chaos. I like to take that time and that moment to myself, the moments to myself. I'm able to get more rest. I try to get more rest because I know there will be days that I won't get a lot of rest. So, get as much rest as I can, but I also don't be lazy and lollygag. If I need to take some time to myself, sometimes I cut into my sleeping time and take that time for myself if I know I'm not going to have any time for myself the rest of the day. Then I will wake up a little earlier and take that time, get my mental together, look over my schedule, look over my things to do. And I like to keep my to do list 5 things or under. I don't do more than 5 things a day because I don't want to get burnt out or have overload. And I do 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things in one day. Yes, or even more sometimes. But I try to focus most of my days on 5 things or less. Like if I'm filming a podcast and doing a photo shoot, have a podcast interview, I may just leave it at that because that is a lot. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to also go to work or get my daughter, and her being in school, she has homework, and checking that, looking over that, helping her with that. Like reading books, before she go to bed, and that takes time. So there's also so much I do outside of the other things, outside of business, my personal life. But I schedule my me time, my personal time. And that could be with self development, like waking up and journaling, getting my thoughts out, getting that release, getting that freedom, taking different thoughts and reconstructing them. Like, wow, let me get this plan out of my head, write it down. That way I can edit it and change it and morph it into the way I need it to be and to fully execute and dominate whatever I need to do. And the same with the book. You don't keep it all in your head. You write it. You get a paper and pen, you write it out. And then from the written transcription, you type it out and continually edit it from each process, from when you wrote it and edit it, and type it, edit it, send it to an editor, get it edited again, who checked over, beta readers. Like, there's processes, but you start with that idea and get that idea out of your head and write it. I like writing with pen and paper. I don't like pencils, nothing against pencils, but I love the fluidity of a pen, the flow of the motion, because I let my words just flow and glide through the pages, just like how I talk. It's the flow, it's the rhythm. I like gliding, something that's smooth, peaceful. And that's why I like pens over pencil. And I also love uh, pens and paper over, typing on your phone. We always attach to these phones, and that gives me time away from my phone, not having my head down, hurting my neck, being in my phone, being so much over and attached to technology, not on my laptop, not on my phone, nothing. Pen and paper, you and your thoughts. It's you and you at this point. You're the author of your life. Don't put it into a phone. Put it on pen and paper and make it come to life. You are the life. Be the life. Act like you own your life. And that's what I do each week, each day. I go over my schedule. I work out once or twice a week. I may play a few hours of basketball, may do a home workout another day. Then I'm also taking that recovery time, you know, warm Epsom salt baths because I just can't do the cold. I know there's a whole bunch of benefits to the cold and immersing yourself, your body in cold water. But no, that ain't for me. That ice and stuff. No, I love the warm water. I love relaxing. I love the warmth. Okay. So that's a little bit about me, my daily and weekly routines, some things that are effective to me. Like, I do not encourage you to wake up to your messages, wake up to your emails, wake up to social media and all these phone calls. I do not encourage it, you know. Take that first 30 minutes to an hour of the day that you wake up to yourself. Take a 15-20 minute shower just relaxing, feeling the water hit your skin, you and your thoughts. I get some of my best thoughts when I'm in the shower. I wrote some of my greatest songs, my greatest hits in the shower when I was younger. Like, the shower is amazing. I got some of my best thoughts, best visions for books and videos and content. Like, wow, that's a great business idea. This is a great product. Me being both a creative and an entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur, like, man, my imagination is so wild and magical. And mix that and intertwine it with business, put a business engine behind it. Oh my goodness. I am just getting started, by the way. And it's amazing. But again, it's my kind of daily routine, weekly routine that works for me. Maybe in the future, I'll kind of break down my monthly routine, how I like to set up my months, and also like my content calendar and the structure that I have behind like everything I do. Also, servicing clients and building a business and building a podcast and working with other podcasters and other organizations, my collaborations. Like, it's a lot, but I'm doing it. You could do it too. And this is not for the faint or the weak hearted. You have to put your all into this. It is a life decision. I know we make so many decisions a day. With entrepreneurship, you're making so many decisions left and right. And me as a parent doing the same thing, making so many decisions. And, you get decision fatigue and get burnt out with just making decisions, so many decisions. So that's why I limit my days to 5 things is I don't want to make a whole bunch of decisions in one day. I like to break it up, deal with it later if I could. But if I do have to make a decision right then and there, I do. But we need to, again, take that time for ourselves and also reflect on it, reflect on our decisions before we even make a decision. Take that time to ourselves. Like, that is the biggest thing: self love, self peace, self gratitude, gratitude as a whole. You have to take that personal time for yourself. All right. This is photographer Jackson, Steve Jackson of Alien Eyes Photos Media. And this has been another episode of Alien Eyes Photos Industry Talk, the biggest marketing arm for Alien Eyes Photos Media, the event photography brand, making you look right at your events and also creating video content well polished, doing event recaps, partnering with my partner with Overflow Studio, Miss B. Casa Nova, and we are Creative Frequency. So check us out on a creator frequency. That's a on a on a creator frequency on all media. And check out our Patreon. Yes, we are on Patreon. Creator frequency is not on Patreon. Check us out. Yes. Again, this is photographer Jackson, your event photographer. This is another episode of Alienized Photos Industry Talk. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Alien Eyes Photos. That's Alien Eyes Photos. And that's eyes with a Z, photos with a S. And also check out alieneyesphotos.com for more information or to book me. And I'm about to get the podcast on the website very soon. So you could just head over to alieneyesphotos.com for the latest episodes of the podcast. So yeah, I'm trying to make it easy for everybody, streamline everything. Just catch me in one central place. All my updates, shows, events that I'm going to be at. Like I'm trying to make it easy for everybody, and also myself. Like I said, if I ain't on the calendar, I ain't do it, and I could help you put what I'm doing and some great events that I'm covering on your calendar, so you can network with the people that I'm in cahoots with and meet. So let's do it. Let's partner. If you want to become a sponsor of the podcast, contact me at alieneyesphotos.com. All the info is going to be in there. Fill out quick details, shoot me a message, and yeah, let's make it happen. Peace, 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 and love, everyone.